Alright, greetings there YouTube and all my fellow hamsters once again. Pat, AE5W. What we have here is my little MFJ 259. It's not even a B model, it's one of the originals. An oldie but a goodie. My ICOM IC-V8 and the BAOFENG UV-5R. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to compare between these two radios the transmit accuracy compared to each other as compared to the frequency counter on the MFJ 259. Now, truth be told, I did this video once already and I made an oops. So I'm correcting that video with this one, and if you didn't get a chance to see the other one, well, don't worry about it. If you did get a chance to see the other one, well, hey, I goofed, and I'm senile before my time. So, in any case, now, before I get started here, one thing of note, there are fancier, better pieces of analyzing gear to perform the test that I'm going to run here. Definitely better calibrated, higher dollar pieces of gadgetry. That being said, the old MFJ does pretty good for what it is, you know, but it's not just absolutely 100% spot on, pristine, perfect, but it's close enough. And besides, it's the only frequency counter I have. So there you have it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to turn the MFJ on, and we're going to go ahead and switch the input mode and get the frequency counter running. And what I have here, we'll start with the ICOM and on low power, and it's currently set to 146.500 simplex. And we're just going to hold these two together here. I've got a rubber ducky on top of the MFJ to couple the RF into the frequency counter, and we're just going to key up and see what we get here. AE5 and W testing. And on the MFJ we have 146.5022. Alright, AE5 and W test clear. Now let's see what the BAOFENG tells us. Turn the ICOM off.
Frequency mode.
And just like the ICOM, oh no, let's go ahead and correct this. Let's see. No, 146.5. Yep. Yeah. Okay, good. So here we go. AE5 and W test. Whoa, there we go. AE5 and W testing. The battery's starting to go on my MFJ here. Ah, no, I see what happened. RF overload. I'm on high power here. Alright, menu. Transmit power. Low. There we go. Let's do this again. AE5 and W testing. Alright, on the MFJ, 146.5025-ish. AE5 and W test clear. Alright, that's pretty darn close between the two. So let's bump this up just a little bit. We'll go to 147.5.
147.500.
And let's see what we get here. AE5 and W testing. And we have 147.5025-ish. AE5 and W test clear. So far on, it doesn't matter what frequency I'm selecting here, it always ends in 2.2 to 2.5. So there's a little bit of variance here in the MFJ, looks like. Let's get the ICOM. And 147.500. AE5 and W testing. And 147.5025. AE5 and W test clear. That's pretty much just darn spot on with what the BAOFENG said. And to be honest, I wasn't really expecting anything different. But that's just for the fun of it. So, I would have to say, now this radio here, my Icom, has been a fantastic radio. Great little radio. Had it for just about 3 years now. And it's been dropped, kicked, accidentally of course. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Quite frankly, it should say Timex across the top, but it doesn't. Anyway, what I'm getting at, this has been a solid little radio. It's built like a tank and about solid as a box of bricks. So I have no complaints about this radio at all. I still love it. This one, like I say, I paid $62 for this little thing. And after the fact, doing a little more surfing around, depending on where you look on the interwebs out there, you can find this thing as cheap as $55 shipped. So, I mean, when you're talking about a radio that's, let's just say on average, 60 bucks, this is disposable. Okay, if you drop this in the bottom of the lake, swimming pool, tidy bowl, you know, what have you, maybe the bully walks up to you and turns you upside down, shakes you for your lunch money, and steals your radio. Okay, it's not a big loss. Alright. The amount of electronics that they've managed to cram into this little form factor for the price is pretty respectable. As far as fit and finish goes, and feel, I'd put these two side by side any day. This radio feels absolutely just as solid as this one does in the hand. Button presses, etc., are very solid, you know, on both radios, and this one especially. Every button has a nice solid click, good tactile feel to it. Now I would suspect that if you were to take this thing apart and take the membrane off, you'll probably have the little pressure disc switches in here, whereas this is the carbon pad contact type. And hey, that's fine. You know, this will last a good long while. Would be a fantastic starter radio for a newly minted ham that has just received their ticket and they don't have a radio yet, and they want a nice little dual band radio that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Well, this is it. So far, it's probably the best bang for the buck that I have seen. In the earlier video, I gave you a brief demonstration of audio quality on the radio. You know, playing the built-in FM radio and what have you. There's plenty of audio output power. The sound is crisp and clean, and I still get good reports on transmit audio every time that I use it. So really, again, for a radio that you can practically just chunk in your bug-out bag, to-go box, you know, throw under the seat in the glove box, what have you, it's hard to beat this. It really is. Now again, as far as longevity goes, I can't tell you yet. You know, I haven't even had this thing a week. It could say good night tomorrow. This thing could last for years. The only way to know for sure is to keep plugging away with it and see how it does. But you know, so far it's doing a pretty good job. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, because like I say, sometimes I'm easily amused, but happy to share. So there you have it, AE5 and W.